you have come to the place where you can learn to harness the power of intention, to create subconscious beliefs that serve you, and to gain insights that allow you to create a life, personally and professionally, that you desire. This is the place where you leverage your subconscious mind and design your destiny. Join me now, your host, Penny Chason. I wanted to take a few minutes today and talk to you about how law of attraction changed my business. I'm going to be honest with you. Years ago, I read The Secret, and I thought, well, this is nice. And I tried a couple of things out, and nothing happened, and I never thought anything else about it. I just thought, well, it's just serendipity. That's all that it is. These people had great coincidences in their life, or they were already on a great path to success, and it just naturally happened for them. But 2 years ago, I began a journey of personal transformation. And as a part of that transformation, I learned about the law of attraction once again. I began to implement some of the practices, and I thought, wow, this is great. I was seeing some subtle, minor changes, but then without realizing it, I used that same law of attraction to basically screw myself up. And I'll come back to that and give you an example in a few minutes. But what I want to get at is once I understood where I was going wrong, and I began to pay greater attention to my thoughts, my words, and my actions, it came back upon me like a tsunami. So where did I screw this process up? So if you have any familiarity at all with the law of attraction, it is basically often referred to as manifestation, or, as we like to say in terms of, hypnosis and people who work within the mental space of creating our reality. We talk about how our thoughts, our words, and our actions create what we have in life. We talk about mindset, money blocks. But manifestation and law of attraction isn't just about money. It's also about our health. It's about our relationships. What are we attracting in our life? Because we are truly co-creators of our life. And once you pay attention and you have evidence of that, then you begin to see how real it is. If you have ever thought about someone and said, I really should give Beverly a call, and then 10 minutes later your phone rings or you get a text message and it's Beverly, that is the law of attraction in action. You are actually experiencing that law of attraction. What you put out into the universe happened. So let me tell you how I screwed all of this up. Once I began to understand a little bit about law of attraction, when you kind of first start out, if you're not mindful of your thoughts, it's kind of the same principle that we would use in medicine. A little bit of knowledge can be dangerous. Business was starting to pick up a little bit. I was just part-time, side gig hypnosis, and I was absolutely amazed. I ended up booked with clients for the month of December. And for those of you not familiar, it happens everywhere. But in my experience growing up, especially here in Mississippi, when it comes to Christmas, people will leverage everything down to the lawnmower that is in the shed or in the barn to have money to go all out on Christmas. The gift giving goes to the extreme for a lot of people. So I was shocked that people had booked in for hypnosis sessions the month of December. Here's where I screwed up. Someone asked me how business was going, and I said, actually, I'm quite shocked. I'm booked in December. I can't believe anybody would book for hypnosis in December around here. Well, guess what? 2 weeks later, every single one of those clients that had booked in December canceled their sessions. I got exactly what I asked for. As I rolled into January, I realized that something had to change, and I couldn't figure out what had occurred because I didn't even have anyone book in for New Year's weight loss, New Year's stop smoking. Those are the bread and butter of hypnotists. I don't work with those things anymore. But that's your bread and butter when you're starting out. And as we rolled into round 2 of the coaching program I was in, I happened to have mentioned something about how, oh my God, every single client canceled. I can't believe this. And without my name being called, I got called out about how I didn't get it. So I went back to the materials and the resources I had been given, and I dug in, and I was determined to get it right this time. So that was the second week of January. By the end of January, I had clients rolling in pretty easy again. By the end of February, I was given the advice. I was told I needed to double my rates. Now, that was a bit of a shocker to me. Double my rates? Are you kidding? This is Mississippi. 51% of people are on state aid. This can't support what I need. But rather than going there, when I caught myself thinking that, I stopped it and said, you know what? Have faith. The right people will call on the phone and walk through the door if you simply trust. So I doubled my rates. Are you struggling to attract money into your life? Does the law of attraction seem to be backfiring or only bringing in just enough? My mentor and coach, Jim Fortin, a transformational leader, has created a special masterclass, How the Law of Attraction Repels the Money in Abundance You Want and How to Become Rich. And he's going to be giving this masterclass on August 11th at 3 p.m. This is a masterclass that is going to change the way that you think about the law of attraction and how easy it is for you to bring the money and wealth into your life that you deserve. For more information, I want you to head over to pennychason.com/LOA, and I look forward to seeing you there on August 11th. Not only did I double my rates, I canceled all of my advertising. That's right. All of it. The Google ads, the local high-end complimentary magazine, the Socialite magazine. I canceled all of it because I knew my clients weren't coming from Mississippi. I didn't know how I was going to get my clients, but I knew that I had to let go of what was not serving me to achieve the success I was looking for. And things began to change. I began to get a casual mention from someone that resulted in a half a dozen or so clients booking in at this increased rate. And I simply continued to trust. I moved forward in my business. I took actions that were the actions that someone would take that were already making 2, 3, 4 times what I would make. Now, I'm not saying I went into debt and laid out a huge amount of cash. I made decisions that put systems in place in my business that would handle a lot more volume than what I was dealing with. So I was telling the universe, I was telling God, I was telling Spirit, however it is that you conceptualize it. I'm not here to put my beliefs on you. Actually, my opinion is if you don't know exactly what my beliefs are, then I'm doing this correctly. Whenever I began to trust, things began to shift. I've always served from my heart. In anesthesia, in hypnosis, my only goal has ever been to help people move out of pain, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, whatever it may be. I just want people to love themselves from the inside out, to know that they are worthy, and to feel absolutely the best that they can. So I began to trust when I showed up and served. I trust that the universe would deliver. And once I had fully gotten it, once I learned to manage my thoughts and eliminated the fear and truly trusted, out of the blue, I got a very, very huge referral. And this referral just happened. I didn't ask for it. It just came as a result of showing up, doing my absolute best work, because that's just simply who I am, and being completely unattached to the outcome. I just simply trusted that all would work out as it should. And it did. My business became so successful overnight from series of referrals that have continued to roll in from that day, that in less than 60 days, I was bringing in enough monthly revenue to walk away from my anesthesia job. Now, you may call this luck. As a matter of fact, most people would consider it luck. But I want you to consider there are no overnight successes. Look at people like Ellen DeGeneres. Look at people like Oprah. Take, for example, Denzel Washington. I love the commencement speech that he gives. There are no overnight successes. When you see an overnight success, the part of the picture that is missing is all of the preparation that went into it to get there. One of my mentors, when I conveyed everything that had happened in this process and how I was finally living my dharma, being able to enjoy what I came into this life to do, and to do it with joy and gratitude, he looked at me and he said, "There's no such thing as luck. Luck happens when preparation meets opportunity." The preparation wasn't knowing how to be a good hypnotist. Well, I mean, that's part of it. Without getting results, the rest wouldn't occur. But the success came when I was mentally prepared, when I had done the personal development work, when I was ready to receive what the universe, God, Spirit, was ready to give me. I had to be mentally prepared for that. I had to be ready to accept that. That is how the law of attraction has changed my business. It is also how I move through the COVID crisis, which is still ongoing, by the way, and managed to continue to create success in my business. This is one of the major components, because law of attraction is more than wishing. It's not a letter to Santa. It's, not putting a tooth under the pillow and waiting for the tooth fairy to bring you a quarter, a dollar, or a gold bar. It is about faith in action, trusting without worrying, without fretting. And that's why I wanted to share this with you today, because it has truly been a life-changing experience to learn about the law of attraction and how it truly and really does work. Thanks for tuning in today. I would love it if you would head over to iTunes and leave a positive review about how this episode has helped you to improve your life. When you leave a positive review, it helps us to reach even more people, helping them to change their lives, and that positive energy and vibration of sharing comes back to you as we spread the message of how you can use the power of intention, creating stronger subconscious beliefs, and raising our vibration to create the life that we desire, the one that we're here to truly live so that we can fulfill our purpose in life. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.